Hello there. Welcome and welcome back to the Whole Bucket. This is a craft with me, and I'm going to be making masterboards today. And, like it says, like the right there says. But what do you do with Amazon's Holiday Dash catalog once the holidays are over? Well, actually, I saw Darcy at Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media using a Medicare and You catalog, and I think I threw mine away. But if I had my Medicare and You catalog, I would be using that because that was a fabulous use for that catalog. It doesn't have shiny pages. It just has regular pages, and they would be great for this. But I think I threw mine away. Anyway, what do you do with Amazon's Holiday Dash catalog? You turn it into masterboards, of course. I also have, and I have it right over there at the other part of my desk, divided into categories, Your Creative Studio stuff. So I have a bunch of Your Creative Studio boxes that I need to do stuff with. And I'm going to start by making masterboards out of a bunch of the stuff. So I saved the tinier things and more decorative things and bumpier things in the boxes, but I took out stuff that would be useful for this project. And this particular box right here is all about art. So this whole pile is a common theme. And I thought we would start with this one and make some stuff. Let's see what this tissue paper does, though. I think the tissue paper might just be too thin and show too much of what's underneath. Yeah, that's what I thought. So the tissue paper will probably end up getting saved for something else. Or continuing, that theme. All the bits and pieces will continue the theme. Some of the stuff in the boxes don't go with the theme though, right? This could be a piece of any, especially vintage masterboard. This is not the greatest size in the world. This is pretty small. I forgot what it was, but this is 9.5 by 7.25. And I usually like to use things a little bit bigger, but to not use it would be a big fat waste. So we're just going to get started, and I'm just going to pick up a piece of paper and tear it and glue it. So there we go. That's our first thing right there. How easy is that? Pick up a piece of paper, tear it, glue it. And here's the other mind-blowing revelation from Darcy at Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. She was doing scrap busting the other day and making masterboards with her scraps, and her scrap thing was called Use It or Lose It. And how true is that, first of all? And when she picked up something, she either used it or threw it away. But if it didn't go on a current page she was working on, she turned the page and put it on a different page. And I couldn't believe how simple that is and how ridiculous it is that it took watching somebody else for me to understand that you could do that. But my brain is very linear a lot of the time. And it was a revelation to me that I don't have to work on one page and finish that page before I start a different page. Now, why in the world I didn't figure that out on my own at some point or another, I don't know. Because quite honestly, I'm really, really good at starting all kinds of projects without finishing the one before. I think I'm going to tear this one horizontally instead of vertically. That's the extent of the variety I'm going to put out, the effort in variety I'm going to put out right now. But now if I run in, now this is clearly not an art theme either, right? This is clearly a vintage, more generic vintagey thing. So if this page ends up being on the art theme, cool. If it doesn't, and I start running into an art themed thing over here, I can turn the page and start an art theme page. Imagine that. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why. I think I'm going to save that for something else, because that's kind of cool just the way it is. But yeah, I don't know why in the world it wouldn't have dawned on me that I could just, you're perfectly welcome to start a different page if a piece of paper doesn't fit on your current page. That was just complete light bulb to me. I think it's one of the things that makes it really good that the junk journal community and art community and crafting community all kind of share their information. Like, we hope to inspire each other and support each other, right? And that's one of the things that's great about it, is that sometimes just those stupid stuff, you forget. Like, I'm not the only one that forgets, like, stupid, easy things. So hopefully you get inspired by other people, and hopefully you create wonderful things from your inspiration and sharing with other people and them sharing with you. But sometimes hopefully you just get the stupid easy things out of it. The stupid little trinkets that you forgot you used to know how to make, or the tips of start more than one page at a time, and I don't know, all that entails. Anyway, masterboards. Yep. Here we are, making masterboards. I don't know how many I'll get done in this book. I am actually going to spend the whole night doing this. I'm not going to record the whole night doing this, because I don't think anybody would watch a video of me tearing paper for the next 8 hours. I mean, you might, but I don't think so. I don't want that piece after all. I gotta start. Wait, no, I can do this. I can do that. I thought I had to start a new piece of paper, but I don't yet. Anyway, this can go across the top there. Can you tell I like using up straight lines to make the straight lines? Look how nice that is. I don't worry about things like this straight line right here is not cool, but I don't worry about stuff like that until I cut this into whatever pieces I want to cut it into, and then start making it into something. Because masterboards are not a finished product, right? So focal points might be on here, and color might be put on here, and stamping might go over all this. So there is nothing about this that is done. So I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about what? I don't have to worry about, oh, these places where, we don't like how the pages are lining up. I don't like that straight line sitting right there. I don't mind the torn ones so much. I don't want to save the postcards like these two. Like, I saved this one because it looks more like a whole postcard. These two are cut off weird, so I can tear these up. But I'm not sure that that's what I want on this page. So maybe something more like this. Yeah. I like this better because these seem to be more along the lines of shopping, and this looks like shopping. So I'm actually going to tear around the edges and see if I tore off way too much across the top, but if I get a piece, I'm just going to finish the middle with this. Let's put them little specks over there, and let's see, does it cover the whole thing? It does. Just like that. Masterboard number 1. I'm kind of liking this catalog. I said in the beginning that I wasn't thrilled with it because of its size, right? And that's true. Okay, it doesn't cover the whole thing. I'm going to need another little piece of something. It's true that I'm not thrilled with its size because it is a little small, and I'm not sure what size cards and pockets and whatever can be cut out of this. But the thing I am liking about it is that these pages are a little bit glossy, especially this one, but there are some in here that aren't really that glossy at all. So, and they're not as glossy as, like, you know, the high magazines and stuff like that. So, yeah, there are things I'm really liking about it. Should we try that one? How about if I just, here, how about if I just do, like, just this edge right here? I don't know if I made this too skinny to fit the whole thing or not. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to cut it off right about there. That's my intermission music. Do you like it? Sing along with me. Oh, that cracked me up. All right, there we go. Just like that. Okay. Ta-da! One collage page done. Turn the page. I'm not going to do the back. The reason I am not doing the back, this will be writing space, probably, right, for the most part. I'll want to be able to write on the backs of cards and tags and what have you. And the reason I'm not going to put the backing on right now is because I have different kinds of backing I like for different kinds of journals. So I don't know what journal this is going to go in. Gosh, I need to unsqueak my chair. It drives me bonkers. I don't know where this is going to go, so I'm not going to do that. I am, however, going to tear out a few pages. So there is plenty of room for the layers in here. Not going to throw these away, though. Those are then my glue pages. And I think I will tear out 3 at a time. And now we're on to very good hats. And let's cover this stuff up. You know what? I'm going to dig to the bottom. And let's pull out some of the... That's actually a sticker paper. We don't want that. Let's pull out some of the papers that came in this kit and make one that way. Ooh, let's make an art one. Remember I said it was an art, your creative studio. There's one of the things that came in it. I could just glue on that whole piece, but I think I'm going to tear it apart. And I want this for a different one altogether. That's actually coming up next. So maybe this one? Wait, here. This one And this one, all the art bits. All right, let's make one out of this. So I'll save this for last because they're the biggest pieces. I think I'll start with this one because it has the least detail. So I'm not going to be covering up anything that's terribly fun. I am going to mix up where these go though. Because I don't want to, I just tore it in quarters and now I'm putting it in quarters, right? But I don't want it looking like I did that. Yeah, I think I'll glue it in like that. Okay. I'll tuck that right under that little edge. Tuck that right in. It'll help hold it down, right? I'm sure that's true. Okay. This one. I kind of want to read this book, Sleepy Sheepy. I can't tell if he looks sleepy or drunk. Or angry. Not angry. No, he looks like he doesn't care. I don't care. I don't care about nothing. He looks like he don't care about nothing. All the other sheep are sleeping. You should sleep too. I don't wanna. I don't care. But it's really late. You're gonna be tired tomorrow. I don't care. I ain't going to sleep. I don't wanna. Okay, there we go. So, now we have 3 more pages of stuff. We'll do the next one we'll have the next smallest stuff, I guess. So I'm going to tear across the top to get rid of the straight edge on the top. And I think I'll try to keep that whole hand and paintbrush situation going on. Okay, I didn't want to be that literal. Honestly, I meant to tear that differently, but we're just going to keep it. I'm not over stressing, right? Ooh. Alright, alright, alright. I guess this glue stick's gone. When it jumps out of the tube like that, it might be time to let it go. Okay. But I'm not going to let it go because I want to get every penny's worth I can. Not even kind of kidding. Alright, so I'm going to take advantage of this piece right here with its paint tubes lined up across the bottom. I will tear off as little as possible across the bottom, and we're going to put it across the bottom because that straight line says that's where it goes. Alright, that's a big fat lie. That's just me. That's just me. I just think if it has that situation going on, it must have to be at the bottom. Some of you other people might have taken the same piece of paper and put it up along the side and it would be perfectly fine and it would look great if it was in your book, and if I put it in my book, it looks stupid. I don't know how that happens. Okay, what I really mean there is I always appreciate other people's art, right? But if I try to do the same thing, I don't like it. I don't understand. I don't understand. It's not even just that I don't do it well. I mean, there's all kinds of techniques and styles and stuff that I don't do well. I'm just talking about the craziness of my brain, that if I dare to turn things sideways, or heaven forbid upside down, my brain has a little bit of a conniption fit and says, you can't do that. That's not the way it goes. You ever see people, or are you one of those people who can do text and music sheets and stuff and have them facing all kinds of directions? Can't do it. Mine are all facing upright. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even matter if I put stuff over them and you can't see. I know what way my letters are facing. And I'm not joking. It actually bothers me if they're not facing the right way. I don't know if I want that. Let's just throw that aside for a minute. I don't really care for this much either, because these brushes are kind of the same angle as this brush. I don't care. We're going to tear this down, and I am going to push the limits of where my brain wants to go. No, don't do it. I don't like it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it anyway. You know what the truth is? The truth is that this is going to be cut into pieces, like I said before, and you don't know what those pieces are going to be, or how they're going to look, or where the cuts are going to go. So I really doubt that it's going to end up mattering. That these paintbrushes face the same direction. In fact, it might be a bonus later. Who knows? I don't want to get rid of that though, because gotta love text. I love text. Let's put that right up there. Okay, now we gotta deal with this center. Do I want to do that after all, or do I want to steal this? Again, am I going way too literal? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tear this out. All the way around, just like I did on the other page, and see if I end up with a thing that I want in the middle. Again, remembering that it's probably not going to remain one big thing. So even if it looks kind of ridiculous, it should still work. Well, that takes out that one paintbrush altogether. So I think I'm going to tear this one right here. I'll do the big brush and the palette knife in one piece, and the other brush by itself. Hey, how about that? How about that? I'm going to go with that because wait, hold on. I'm going to throw away this glue. That's ridiculous. Okay. All right, let's pull out this other one. There we go. All right. Where did I have this? Up here, right? Yeah, because it's kind of following the right lines. I like when it repeats the lines. That's good. I like that. Okay, then do we want to put this somewhere? Like this maybe? Or down a little? Put something else up there in that little spot. Yeah, I'm going to tear a little bit more off the bottom of this one so I can take it down even farther, and we're going to put this one down. So we have a staggered art tool department. There we go, like that. So the tops of the brushes are all staggered. So part of the reason I worry about such trivial stuff, you know, is because what if it does end up on the same thing? Then there are certain attributes I like it to have. I don't like things too even. I don't like things too samey same, which is weird to say that it's weird to say when I just got done saying that letters, however, have to be facing the correct direction. But it's true. Balance is a very separate thing from orientation, proper orientation of things. Just ask me, I'll tell you. Oh, good grief. Okay, I think we're going to put this over here, just like about so, to cover up this last little section and to kind of join all this area together. If you decide to make masterboards, and obviously I hope you do because that's why I'm doing this, right? To show how it's done. And in another video, I will show what's the worth of this. But if you're following along or doing this at some point, also, don't stress about the things that I'm saying, like orientation and balance and what have you. Just look at the things and put the things in whatever way makes you happy. If you like the way something looks, then that's what matters the most. I'm using fancy words. Okay, they're not that fancy, but I'm using fancy words to describe why I like things the way I like them. But it's still just me and the way I like things to be, right? Other people really like it when their letters are not all facing the right. Did you hear me? Ugh. Other people really like it when all their letters are facing different directions. And there is no right or wrong. Silly brain of mine. There is no right or wrong. I'm not right that I put them all in the traditional direction, and they're not right or wrong that they put them all cattywampus. It's just the way your brain works. Anyway, there is another masterboard done. I am right now going to move on to another theme pack because I want to show you some other Your Creative Studio stuff that I have saved up. And when I go back to this, doing it off camera, because I'm just going to keep going, I will go back to those pages. So, tear out 3 more pages. Put them on the glue paper pile and pull over the next group O stuff. So the next group O stuff that I have is a recipe book themed set. Again, I left a lot of the tinier bits in the box so that I can go back to it and make matching ephemera to go with whatever these cards and tags end up being. And right now I'm pulling the papers out, but I don't want the sticker paper. Oh, that's a good one. I should be finding a really thin paper. I don't want the chalkboard one either because that's too... I mean, it's just a big blank. The bread box and the whisk are kind of cool, but otherwise it's just a big empty space of black. What am I looking for? That's the thin paper. This one, I need this one in the thin paper. There we go. Better for Masterboard making. So this one also has this, and I've already torn it up a bit for something, so maybe that'll help in here. And the recipe book has a lot of orange to it. So if I have a place or a way, I might throw on some of this orange tape that came with it. And I did bring out some medium pieces that I'm not really sure what I'll end up doing with. I don't like them really. I probably won't do anything with them. But I hate just wasting stuff. I just hate it. You know what would be a really good idea? It would be a really good idea to find your creative studio partner. Because I would like to, I think it would be fun to get the subscription box and then take like half of whatever I like whatever bits of the kit that I like, I would like to keep half of it and then send the other half to my partner in crime. And then they could take the other half of what I took plus all of whatever they like. If you know what I mean. Because it comes with a lot of stuff in it and it's really cool, but you're never going to like everything. And sometimes there's just way too many of a thing. I don't know. Anyway, that might be kind of fun to find your creative studio partner. Because they do have a lot of cool things in. The other benefit of the Your Creative Studio subscription, and another one that I just recently learned about that I can't remember the name of, but it's also from like an AliExpress or a Temu or whatever. One of the benefits of buying through a subscription company that uses those companies as a supplier is that Temu and AliExpress and other Asian markets like that, not all of them of course, but those two and more are like giant shopping malls. They have so many different vendors in them, and a lot of them are just small business, mom and pop, or totally legit. But there's also a lot of people who don't give a rat's behind about copyright, and you'll go on there and you'll find stuff that you absolutely 100% know for a fact was stolen from a different artist. For instance, there's an artist right here on YouTube, Louisa Heinzel. You guys know her. If you don't, look her up because you should know her. I have seen stuff that she's made and it's on there and they're selling it cheap. I have purchased digital kits from makers on Etsy, and then a while later I'll be on Temu or whatever and I will find that same their stuff, right, on Temu being sold for pennies. It's terrible. It's ridiculous. But I trust that your creative studio and that other places that might be doing subscriptions are looking at the vendors, know their vendor, and know that that's not happening. You too can do that. You can go on any of those outlets. You can research, look through a lot of the product by any given supplier. Make sure that at least with, you know, with some surety, see that they're not a thief. There's no way to know for sure, but you can educate yourself to know fairly well if they are or aren't. But it's a lot of work if you're going to do that. And one of the benefits of the subscription boxes is that they put the work in. Besides, they curate, you know, a lovely coordinated box for you. I mean, that's besides that point, because that's a big one for me. But yeah, getting that box where you know things are going to be safe and not stolen from a community that matters to you is kind of important, you know? Anyway, I digress. I haven't gotten a Your Creative Studio box in a while because I just can't afford to do it all the time. But I do it when I can afford it. And I feel like a kid at Christmas every single time. I love finding a thing in my mailbox. I know that that little box has fun, exciting things in it. It's ridiculous how excited I get about silly things. This particular kit did not make me very happy. I'm not interested in making recipe books. And I think it was like, I don't know how many there were, but there were a bunch in a row that were mostly orange. Or maybe not even in a row. Maybe it was just several orange too close together. But I was just sick to death of the orange color. So I was not thrilled with this one in a few ways. But then I had some friends talk me through. They mentioned some things that I could do with this stuff. And I rethought it. And I think I'm actually going to make a recipe book now. I have some stuff collected to do so. And I kind of have a fun idea that I'm going to put a couple of my family's recipes in the book. Not in a permanent way. I'll put them on a card in case, you know, the person who gets the book in the end isn't interested. But I thought, oh, that's kind of a fun way to share some family recipes with perfect strangers. I keep going off camera, don't I? It's weird to work out here in front of you, in front of yourself. Oops. Shoot. Look at that big chunk of glue. Wait. What do I not want to cover? I should keep the T out, right? Okay. That'll do. I think that'll do. Good grief. Okay. Let's put this scale on somewhere. I'm making a big mistake. I put the art pile right in front of me, and now I'm putting recipe book scraps out in front of me too. I am going to be sorry about that. I'm going to have big mixed up piles after I went and organized them into projects. Okay. No. Yes. There-ish. Okay. Maybe. I just saw a spot. I just think maybe, I thought I wanted it down there, but now I think I want it on the top. We're going to check quick. Before we commit, does it need to go up here? No, for some reason I like it right here. Okay, for some reason I like it there better. If you are watching this screaming at me, no, it was better in the other place, then I apologize. It happens. It happens. I don't think I'm going to put this on the bottom as well, but you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear up this, and then, okay, stepped away a sec. Anyway, I have no idea what I was saying. I think I'm going to take this piece anyways and stick it in the middles. I'll get all torn edges. And probably tear it in half. Down the middle. And then get a chunk right here and a chunk over here. Well, there we go with that one. That one's easy enough. Do-do-do. Oh, my stomach is growling. It's not because it's hungry either. I just ate something. I hope it's not upset with what I ate. It could be a possibility. I mean, it was just chicken. How could I be mad at chicken? But you never know. I think we'll do that. And definitely need it to go at a different angle because I don't want to cut the scale off too much. So like that-ish, I think. Ooh, okay. Okay. Yeah, like that. Now, we need something little to put across here and to put right in this junction. So, maybe we put this in here somewhere. Let's tear it off and see what happens once we get all torn edges. If it's still a thing that looks decent, we'll use this for that top bit. I don't know what we'll use on the bottom. Okay, so you want to hear something funny? I like it, except that the text is cattywampus. So maybe I'll put the scrap sideways. Am I seriously that much of a lunatic? I really am, aren't I? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that rather than have the text at an angle. Good grief, girl. Raving lunatic. Okay. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I can be crazy. It's fine. I mean, it's a rather innocent form of crazy, right? There we go. Now we need something at the bottom. And I don't really have a straight line, but I mean, just that would be kind of good. But then, so with that, maybe, you know what? Here, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off the teapot handle and the coffee creamer handle, because this gets cut off right at the teacup. So I'll put the teacup. I'll put the whole teacup down there. Except, let's make it a little shorter. Like that. Not quite. Shorter even. Like that. Well, I'm not liking my idea. If I keep making this piece of paper smaller and smaller, it's not going to cover the hole that I intended it to cover. All right, I'll do that. Not thrilled with it, but I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with that at all, but I'll wait and see how it gets cut up, and then I'll do something to fix this corner. But wow, yeah, really, really not liking it. I thought I would wait till later and fix it. Yipes. Okay. Let's see. What if I just do that? Not thrilled with that either, but I'm going to take that instead. Okay. There is another page done, so then I have more of the cooking ones to do. I will show you another set. Here's another set right here. I don't know where the rest of this this particular box is. This one's really pretty though. At least I like the colors in it. These are super heavy. All right, it doesn't really matter. This will just be a really sturdy page. You know what? Let's not make it out of the sturdy stuff. Let's save that. Oh, I forgot to tear out 3 pages too. So let's tear out 3 pages. 2, 3. Get these on the glue pages pile. And then let's just make it out of these. So these are a thinner paper and there's more than one of each. So I think I'll just, oh my, there's quite a few of each. Let's pull out the different ones first. There's that. Just the 3 kinds. Just the 3 different ones. That's not going to cover a lot, is it? But we also have these and this pad that we could use, and this pad. I think this is all text. This could be used almost anywhere. And then we have this black and white collection. So let's see what we can get out of these kind of mishmashy things. That one goes that way, that one goes that way. I'm not even going to tear these up or cut these up. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. You're my chair. Jeez, that's funny. That was funny. Okay. There we go. Then I think this one will go up here. And this one will go in the middle. This one should be underneath. For no reason other than I said so. Your pages should go in whatever order you say so. This is a good way to get rid of scraps. So I'm doing it and not using up scraps, right? Because my scraps are not available at the moment. But it's also a good way to use stuff like this. Stuff that you just have a lot of. I have a lot of Your Creative Studio stuff. I know that this one I pulled aside a bunch of stuff for a project, so this Masterboard that I'm making right now might already have a home. It would make sense if the Masterboard made out of the stuff ended up with the book made out of the stuff, but that's not necessarily true. I mean, this will match more than one thing. So these are handy to have. All right, that's a nice little base. Let's see what else we can do. So these have postmarks on them, all three of them. So let's go ahead and get some writing in there and just sort of jump off the writing concept. I think this one kind of goes with it. I'm certainly not looking for a color match, but I am looking for something that's going to blend well, not stand out too terribly. Essentially, Masterboards are creating backgrounds, right? So anything you put in there too jarring isn't really going to work. Try to blend your colors and your attitudes. Well, I shouldn't even say that. I don't know why I say stuff so conclusively like that, because that's not even necessarily true. If you like things to be more jarring, then go ahead and make them. There is absolutely nothing wrong with contrasting colors and schemes and what have you. I just say things in concrete ways that aren't concrete. So, thanks for hanging out with me, but never mind anything I say ever. Let's do that. That means I'm going to tear off this top corner with the postmark on, but I'm going to save it because I might put that somewhere else. But I am going to put this bit down in this corner. Come here, bit. You need to be in this corner. So, I think this video is going to go up. Let me take a look quick. Saturday, January 6th. And I am going to try to do a live show Sunday morning. It won't have very much in it. I might just even sit and do this and chat to myself or to anybody who shows up. But I want to practice getting live stuff up and running. So I might just practice. And if you are watching this and you want to show up tomorrow and see if I make it on to live showing, I'm going to call it Sunday brunch. or let's do brunch or something like that. And yeah, if you see me, come hang out. Oh, that's better. I'm going to put this over by the letters. Let's put this over by the words. There we go. Beautiful. I kind of want to put this right there, but then why didn't I just leave it in one piece? Goofy girl. How about this? Can I do that? It's not big enough, but that's kind of cool. I do like to repeat stuff. You know what I should have done? Figures that I think of this after the fact, but this one should be up on top and this one should be on the bottom, because I like darker colors on the bottom, because darker colors make it feel more anchored. Goofball. Let's see what's in the black and white. I bet it's black and white. Okay, I don't want the vellum bits, so I'll just skip the vellum section altogether. They do not work for what I'm doing right now. Also, they do not work for filling in this space. There's just too much space. How about this? It's got snowflakes on it. Oh, so does this though. Okay, okay. What do we think of that? I mean, it totally matches because it's all from the same box. So, what if I take the plain one and tear it down the middle the long way so I can get this corner filled in, and then tear it where? Right about here-ish, like that. I bet I did that too sharp. I sure did. Look, I got a hole right there. Oopsie daisy. Okay, tuck this in. And if that goes there, I don't know where this piece goes, but maybe this piece goes over here somehow. I need to cut this. I need to cut a straight line. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is happening here? So, chop. Oh, I didn't want to have to do that. I wanted to just tear and glue. Let's see what happened. Oh, good things happened though. Look at that. That's lovely. Okay, we're doing that. Oh, all that reluctance to cutting, and it turned out just fine. Yes, I'm just being goofy. I wasn't going to pull out any other tools or any other thing. I was trying to make rules for myself. Sometimes you got to break the rules, even your own rules. So in my last video, I made watercolor backgrounds using water and infusions. This time I'm making Masterboard backgrounds. I don't know that I'll make any more background bits. I probably will because I want a whole bunch. If I make any other kinds of backgrounds, I will be making videos of that process as well. But you all right? Sorry, talking to my cat. She's making very weird noises over here. I forgot about the tape. This tape goes with it too. That's not going to work though. It's too see-through. Okay, so I have a couple of choices. I can put a strip of this up here and run it right into its matcher on up here. Or I can get a piece of this. I think I'm going to go with this because it keeps it more neutral. I don't know how much I want. So I'll just tear it all the way. Now, do I want to take it up all the way? Oh, kind of. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll take it all the way up that line. I don't necessarily like that it runs into the cutout of that piece we just put on, but then I'm kind of feeling rebellious at this point. Like I should just do it. Nope, can't do it. Gosh darn me. Okay, I'm gonna lift the corner and put it under. Could you be more ridiculous, girl? Well, yeah, probably. Probably I could be more ridiculous. And I think we're gonna put this. And this one I'm going to let overlap. So how weird is that? Why can this one overlap but not the other one? I don't know. I don't know. All right. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, we got a spot right here I forgot about. I still kind of want to do this. I'm kind of bummed that doesn't work. If I do that, I'm just introducing another element I probably won't be happy with. Wait a second. What about, oh no, this is way too small. I was going to say, what about that piece we cut off? It's way too small. No. I don't want to introduce a new element. I want to, but I don't mind repeating. I like repeating elements. Not that though. Okay, so this, I like the way it looks and I like repeating it, right? But I don't want to cover up this little area right here, and I don't want to cover up that much of this right here. Let's see. Let's see if there's a black and white thingy after all. Oh, hey! Look at that. There's one with the word written. There's some with the words written down the side. I wonder if I could be okay putting a sideways plant if the words were going in proper word direction. How does my brain feel about that? Okay, so maybe. I don't hate this as much as I usually do. Look at me branching out. I'm going to tear this across the top. I don't want to tear the whole name off. I don't even want to interrupt the name, so I'm going to be careful there. And then I want to cut off across the bottom. But not enough to get in the way of covering this blank spot right here. It's got to be big enough for that, because that's the whole point. So that is way big enough for that. I can keep it under this little cool section right here and still put it above most of the writing. And I'm branching out of my comfort zone. Good girl. Way to go. I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to have to find another flower plant thingy to add because I can't just do this one sticking over here. So we need another bit, or two would be even better. These are not the most impressive plants. How about bilberry? Shall we put a bilberry somewhere? Like that perhaps-ish. And some coriander. Oh, there's a repeat in here. Okay, so we don't have a ton to look through. How about an anemone? An anemone. Let's try that. Because that maybe could go there. Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, let's try that. I'm going to tear the bits off, right? On these two, I don't think I'm going to want any straight lines. Well, okay, maybe that needs to go there instead. And then this one's going to be rough. So I already broke the bee and bilberry. I might have to look for a different plant. I'm not sure. I am likely to need to get another plant, because I would imagine that's going to bug me too much. I'm going to try to live with it. I'm going to glue these down. I'm going to use this one to unify this area down here on the bottom a little bit. I will use this one. I kind of like it there, but I don't want to cover up all the flowers. That's actually where it's going to go. I can see this being a good place for it. I mean, we'll see in the future. Oh, that's what I was going to say. When I'm done doing backgrounds, I will do some videos showing how to use all these different backgrounds and masterboards and what have you. How to cut them up, how to turn them into stuff that's not just a book of glued paper. Although a book of glued paper has its values. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for today. This is going to be another long video because that's all I know how to do. Okay, so thanks for tuning in for Masterboard Day. We finished this blue one. It's lovely and flowery. We finished this one. It is orange kitcheny. We finished this one, very art forward. And we finished this one, very vintage shopping. And this, hopefully this book will just be full, right? By the time I'm done with the evening, I'm going to have masterboards up to my ears in all different colors and themes. Okay, see you, bye.